Hi, I'm Katie with Modern Textiles, and today we're going to go over a Scrappy Snowflake quilt. So I'm going to be following along on my snowflake quilt pattern, which is available in my shop. And if you stick around to the end of this video, I'm going to show you the completed quilt, quilting, binding, all of it, all wrapped up, so you can make one of your own, just like it or with your own scraps. So to start, I went ahead and just pre-cut all of my quilt pieces that I needed. I'm using a French blue from Paintbrush Studios, which is like this fabulous royal blue, probably one of my favorite colors, no doubt. Outside of like acid green and like the Modern Textiles green, this blue is like right up there. And then maybe wondering what's scrappy about this quilt. This is actually all made or comprised of cutoffs from Y-backs of quilts I've already quilted up. So I went ahead and just used the same fabric for all of it. I don't think I need much. Let's see. The pattern calls for just 1 yard for your snowflake. So not a lot. So if you've got a yard, or if you want to, you could cut it up from fat quarters. It's very easy to make this a scrappy style quilt. At first I was thinking of making and using these Y-backs for just the background, but the more I thought about it, I was like, that's just going to be way too loud of a quilt, not calming during the winter months, which is what I want, something calm, serene, chill. So that's why I went with the French blue for the background fabric, and then decided that the snowflake is going to be this fun, funky kind of marker style black and white fabric for the snowflake. All right, now that everything is cut and prepped for me, I'm going to go ahead and just lay out row by row, and then go ahead and just sew those rows, pressing every other way, and then that way everything will nest perfectly as I start assembling that snowflake, and then we'll add the borders. The one thing I did want to point out is that my little wonder clips here, it's probably tough to see, but they have letters printed on them. So when I was cutting out this entire quilt, I just grabbed my lettered wonder clips and went ahead, and I've got A, B, C, D, E, as well as all the way to K for my clips clipped out, so I know exactly what pieces are which when it comes to coordinating with the pattern. So through the powers that be of YouTube, I now have a fully completed quilt. I went ahead and let me just show you this quick. This turned out fabulous, like beyond what I could ask for. It definitely goes with my theme of black, white, and blue, and I have another project that I'm working on that has some grays in it. But I went ahead and used this fabulous Scandi, which is easier to see on the blue, Scandi Snowflake quilting design, which really leans to the modern aesthetic and clean design I was looking for. I didn't want anything that was too, novelty-like, over the top. I wanted something that was clean, simple design, and this one was a clear winner. I've seen it a few times online, but I'm glad I could find it. As well as the backing, I've been working on pattern matching for my backing fabrics. I have a lot of cutoffs of this pickle dish, black and white pickle dish fabric from other quilts that I've completed. So I've got just wide cuts that are probably between 20 and 24 inches high. And what I did, this is probably my second time pattern matching, I think. No, this is my first time pattern matching, is I went ahead, and if you want, I can give you another full video of this, but I just went ahead with my first backing fabric. I laid one flat, right side up, and the second one, I folded and ironed a crease that was going to be my seam line, and then laid it right side up on top of the first layer, and then that way I could perfectly pattern match where everything fell. From there, I then just took a glue bottle, just Elmer's glue, washable glue, and glued it in place, hit it with an iron so it just secured it, and then folded it wrong sides together, pinned, and then sewed on that iron seam that I had created. And then that way it was going to give me, I could see before I sewed it, it was going to be pretty close, if not spot on, for pattern matching on the back. I also went ahead with just using more of this original front fabric. This is more of a bright white. This pickle dish has a little bit of an off-white to it, but I use this black and white kind of marker sketch graffiti style fabric for the binding as well. I've got loads of it. I need to keep using it up, but I'm really glad that I went with this as the focal print and not the background print. I think this would have just been way too chaotic if I decided to go for the background and then use the blue. But, if that's your style, then go for it. Why not? And in the next video, I'm going to show you how to make our free yak blanket tutorial.